Hi, I'm Joe Chili, mornings from 7 to 9 with Buffalo's classic oldies from the 60s and 70s on the Big Weck. Joining us on the Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise today is Chazz from, look at that, Chazz from What's in Your Attic. That's a very unique name.
It is.
But, you know, I still have people ask me sometimes, you know, when they hear the commercial or see you, what's in your attic? I don't get it. Well, you get it if you knew what the business was, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. We're a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We're something very different. A lot of people sometimes will get us confused with like a pawn shop. Which
you are not.
Which we are not. We do buy stuff. It's just select things, collectible things, things that are...
So there might be interesting things. Tell me about some of the things that you've gotten from customers, that you bought from customers that might be out of the ordinary.
I know a lot of old military, old Southern stuff, like wartime stuff.
Really? Confederate things and things? Really?
Yeah. I know Abe had some belt buckles and things like that. At one time, he even had some tags.
You know, my dad was a buff, a history buff, and I remember him taking us to Gettysburg one time, and I thought it was really interesting because my brother and I wanted to look for blood on the ground at Gettysburg. He goes, "You're not going to find that." You know, musket balls, we find, no, you're not going to find any of that there.
Right.
When a customer brings something in to you to sell, how do you evaluate, for lack of a better term, that item?
Well, it depends on what it is. If it's like some of the newer collectibles, like the Funko Pops and Marvel figures, they're currently their own little market. So it's not that hard to go on to like eBay or several other places and check out what they're currently selling for, what people are paying for them. It's almost like a stock market with some of the stuff, how it's up and down, and sports collectibles too, same thing.
Have you turned down people when they bring things in sometimes?
Unfortunately, yes.
You get a smile on your face, huh?
Well, just because people hear you buy stuff, so then they assume you buy everything. And we definitely don't buy everything.
Do you ever get someone that wants to sell something, I'm trying to think of the expression, on consignment?
Yes. Yeah, we do get people that ask about that. Years ago, we used to do consignment, but not so much anymore. It's too difficult to keep track of having a store with so many things in it, and then some stuff belonging to this person, some to this person. You know, we have that as it is, and we have numbers that let us know whose is what or whatever. But to take on any more like consignment stuff, it's too hard.
I just wonder, you know, whenever I would walk into some place like yours and it has all this variety of things, I'm thinking, how do they insure this? How do you get a value? Is the value your value? Does the insurance company put a value on it? How do you do something like that?
Well, really, with collectibles these days, it's whatever somebody's willing to pay is the value. You know, it's up and down, it's...
All around. Okay, so you mentioned something earlier, I want to get back on again, that you are not a pawn shop.
Correct.
So what would make you different? What would differentiate you from a pawn shop, do you say?
Well, pretty much. If you bring something in, it's something that we just buy outright. It's not like a, you know, money lending or get back or anything like that. It's like if you're bringing something in, you're bringing it in to sell it to us.
All right. And if you were someone was going to come in and you were going to buy something they sell to you, how do you actually pay them for that?
Cash.
Cash?
Yeah, it's usually easiest.
Tell me about fish. You guys have fish now?
Yes, we just added a whole aquatics department.
Really?
Yep.
These collectible fish? They're regular fish?
A little bit of both.
Fish. That's an interesting thing that you kind of got into?
Yeah, it was kind of a test idea, and then people really started to dig the idea, and we got a lot of positive feedback on Facebook, so we just kind of went with it.
So what would you tell somebody that's watching right now and they think they want to bring something in? What would your advice to them be? Should they call you first? Should they?
A lot of times I always say it's better to call first, or we go on our Facebook page, because you can always send us pictures. Say, hey, you know, I got this, this, and this. Are these what you're interested in? It's easier than doing that. Sometimes people just show up anyway, you know, bring a box of stuff. And
Well, I've got to ask you a question now. Your hat, is that a collectible or is that something new?
oh, it's a collectible.
Is it really?
It's a one of a kind.
Was it worn by somebody famous other than yourself?
No. That's
But
enough.
But it's a collectible because it was worn by you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm not going to try to dicker with you about price about your hat.
No.
Although it is very stylish, I must admit.
Well, thank you.
All right, Chazz, thank you. We really appreciate it. For more information and answers to your questions, you can contact What's in Your Attic by calling 716-508-2280 or search What's in Your Attic on Facebook, located inside the McKinley Mall in Blaisdell, by the way. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by What's in Your Attic. And join me 7 to 9 a.m. weekdays with Buffalo's classic oldies from the 60s and 70s on the Big Weck.